Hello, it's Crafty Ria and welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be using some of this glitter paper from my latest LBeads haul. LBeads is an online company that sells all kinds of crafting supplies. I'm part of their YouTube program where I get to go on their website and choose some of their products and make some videos for them. They do send me the products for free in exchange for 3 videos, an unboxing video and 2 project tutorial videos. This is the second project tutorial video. I will put all of the links in the description box below, including my coupon code that will give you 3% off your order with them. One of the things I ordered this last time around was this beautiful pack of glitter paper. Let me show it to you. I absolutely love it. We have all of these beautiful colors, this pink, the red, the pinkish purple, silver, rose gold, green, light blue, gray or blackish color, dark gray, dark blue, and this gold. These colors are amazing. I'm going to go ahead and use some of them and recycle Christmas cards because, you know, that's one of my favorite things to do. I'm going to use these 3 pieces here for that, and I will set the rest of these aside for future projects. Look at that glitter. This paper is pretty smooth. It has a little bit of a texture, but it does not have any glitter fallout. The cards that I chose to recycle are these 3. I have this cute little train, this Happy Holidays, and this beautiful scene. And let's see, the train is going to go on the blue, and this Happy Holidays is going to go on the gray. The 2 bigger ones will be on 5x7 card bases, and this little guy will be on an A2 size card, 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. So let's go ahead and do the little one first. There is my card base and my background paper. So first I'm going to cut down a mat that will measure 4 1/8 by 5 3/8. And that'll be just a little smaller than the card base. Just like that. And then my train, I have to decide how I want to cut this. I think I'm going to just cut off the part that says Happy Holidays. And then I will cut the front of the card off. And I'll cut the sentiment out of the inside. And I think I'm going to cut this Happy Holidays off because I might want to use it for the inside. I'm not sure which one I'll use. I'll figure that out when I get there. All right, and let me line this up on here. I'm going to have to trim it in on the side just a little bit. I'm just going to take this very edge off just so a little bit more of the blue will show. There we go. I think that's pretty good. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to turn this piece of paper over and put my card on it. I'm going to take a pencil and just trace the outline here. So as not to waste any of this, I do want to cut a piece of this out. I'm going to get just a little cutting mat. This is one of those little Dollar Tree cutting mats, and my ruler and my finger blade. And I'm just going to cut inside of those lines a little bit. It doesn't have to be perfect or perfectly straight. So I just cut this piece out, and I can use this on another project or use it to die cut something. And then I will go ahead and adhere this down to the front of the card. Now I put this down a little bit close to this side and the bottom, so I'm going to just give that top piece a little bit of a trim, just so it looks a little more even. All right, and then I will adhere this train onto that piece of glitter paper. There we go. And of course, I can't stop there. I do need to bling it up a little bit. I have some red bling that I thought I would add to the garland, just to make it look like there's some red lights on it or something like that. And I will add some of it around this wreath on the front. There we go. And I have a piece of white bling that I want to put on that headlight. These are just single pieces of bling. So we have the train's headlight there as well. So there we go. That card is done except for the inside, the sentiment. And I think I'm going to go ahead and put this Happy Holidays on the inside, since it does match the front. And this other sentiment I will set aside and use for another card. The next card I will do is this one that says Happy Holidays. This, I just have the front of it, and it is kind of a retro vibe. I really like it. I do need to trim off this rough edge off the top. And I have this card base. This is a 5x7 card base. I have the pre-made card base, and it is pretty much the same color, really close to that background. So that is really, really good. I'm going to turn it over so you can see the contrast. I think I do still want to take a little bit more off the top and off the bottom, just so it's even on all four sides. I can take a little bit off this bottom, and then we'll go from there. I'll turn it over so we have the white contrast. And I think I will take another little sliver off of the top. There we go, and we have a good even edge on all four sides. And I thought it looked really good on this dark gray paper. I thought that looked really good. It kind of made the gray shadows pop. So let me go ahead and cut this down. I'm going to cut it at 5 3/8. No, 4 7/8. It's 5x7, the card. So it's 4 7/8. And then I'm going to have to measure the other one because my cutter does not go that high. It only goes to 6. So I'm going to set this in here and just mark it with my pencil where I want to cut it. All right, and let me see how that looks. I'm going to take a little bit more off of this short side, just so a little more of that red background shows. There we go. That is how that's going to look. I have that piece left over. And this is how that's going to look on it. I love this. It is so good. And what I'm going to do then, I'm going to do the same thing on this. I'm going to go ahead and just mark it with my pencil. And then cut out a piece from the inside. You can also use your die cuts and go ahead and die cut something out of the center just for to make it quick here on video. I'm just going to cut out a rectangle. There, so I have this piece of glitter cardstock for another project. That is one way to really make your fancy cardstocks and your papers go farther. Plus, it takes some of the weight out of the card. If you're going to be mailing them, especially the larger ones like these 5x7s, depending on what type of embellishments you put on them, they could be heavy and come to over 1 ounce. And that would require extra postage. And that's fine if you're mailing out a couple of cards. It's not a big deal. But if you mail out 100 cards, it can add up really quickly. I usually mail out about 100 Christmas cards or more. All right, and then I will go ahead and adhere that to the front. There, I really like the way that looks. I have these cute little buttons that I had in my stash, and I thought that they really went well with this, the graphics of this card. And I thought I would just kind of like put this Christmas tree maybe right there. Put this one there, or maybe switch them around. I'll put that one there and this red one over here, I think. Yeah, I like that. And this guy maybe up in the corner, maybe with a piece of the holly, and then this other piece of holly up in that corner. I think that is really cute. I have some of these little glue dots that I'm going to use to adhere these down. These are actually balloon dots. You can get them on Amazon. So there we go. There is that card. I love the way that turned out. Then we have this one to do. I just chose this yellow background because I'm going to put this silver on it. As you can see, this pretty much takes up the whole 5x7 card. So I thought I would put, I think I said silver. I meant to say gold. I thought I would put this gold on it and cover it completely. So I'm going to cut a piece of it a little bigger than 5 inches because the card is 5x7. So I'm going to cut it at 5 1/4. And I'm going to just mark on the back here. I think I do want to cut off one of those ends. And then I'm going to just get a feel for where this card goes. And I'm just going to cut out a smaller rectangle out of the center of this card. There we go. And I left a lot of the edge of this one because we have those rounded corners. So what I want to do with this is I want to be sure it lines up with the very top of the card. So I'm going to go ahead and put adhesive around the edge of the actual card rather than the piece I'm cutting. I think I'll do a double layer, double thick, or double wide, I should say. There we go. And then I'm going to take this. I'll take my card base, put the fold flat down on the table, and take my glitter paper and line it up. I can cut all 3 of the other sides, but I can't really trim it down much against the fold because I don't want to cut the fold. So then I will go with my paper trimmer and just line it up right in here and trim away all of that excess. You can use your blade if you would like to as well, whatever you're comfortable doing. And then that's how that's going to look on there. So I need to trim off the front of this card. I want to trim it as close as I can to that fold because I don't really want to lose any of that red. I want to preserve most of that red right there. And then the inside has writing really close to the sentiment. I'm going to go ahead and adhere this down. I want to try to center this as best I can. It's kind of hard to do on camera since I'm not looking at it straight down. There we go. I think that will do. I'm going to leave the inside of this one blank, but for this one that says Happy Holidays, I'm going to mat this onto this scrap of glitter cardstock because it goes perfectly. It fits just right. Let me go ahead and give this a trim. And I will place that inside of there. And for this one, I'll find another sentiment or I will stamp something on it. So I want to do something different on this card. I had these 4 diamond painting keychains that I got from LBeads, this kit. If you haven't seen that other video, go check it out. It's the LBeads one right before this one. And I made these 4 adorable keychains. But of course, in all diamond painting fashion, there's a lot of the little, what they call drills left over. There are a lot of these silver drills with the black background, and I thought I would use those along the lights down here, and I'll show you how I'm going to do that. I'm going to pour some out just as if I were doing a diamond painting in my little tray. I have my diamond painting pen. I got this from LBeads as well. And I have some Elmer's glue, and I'm just going to take my Elmer's glue and put a little dot, that might have been too big, just a little dot along where the lights would be. I'm going to pick one of these up and just set it down onto the glue. And I'm going to go ahead and do that all the way up the walkway on all of these lights. Okay, there we have it. All of those little pieces are in there. Some of the glue came out around the edges, but that's okay. It will dry clear and you won't see it. So I think I'm going to leave it at that because I think that is really good. Although I might put a piece on this lamp up here. There's that little street lamp. There we go. All right, so there we go. We have that card done. I absolutely love how that turned out. So if you're doing any diamond paintings, be sure to save your drills because you can use them on projects. You can also use them in a shaker box. You can see how pretty they are, and you would definitely be able to put some of those in a shaker box. But these, for these particular ones from LBeads, these are very pretty and very sparkly. There were also some larger ones like those flat-backed pearls and those teardrop shapes, and there were a few extras that will go great on projects as well. And definitely save your little trays and the little tools that you get. This is the fancy one that I got from LBeads, but they come with a plain one. They are great to use for picking up little gems like that. All right, so we have these cards done. We have this card and the little train and this card. I hope you enjoyed these cards that I made with the beautiful glitter paper from LBeads and then some bling along with it. And I was able to recycle some of the bling left over from the keychains. I will put the coupon code to LBeads in the description box below, so be sure to check them out. I also have my affiliate links down there as well, and I will link all of the products that I used in today's video. If you haven't yet subscribed to my channel, I'd love it if you click on that subscribe button and then click on the bell so you're notified whenever I upload a new video. If you haven't yet checked out my Facebook group, Create with Crafty Rhea, I'd love it if you did. Everybody there is so nice and so friendly, and I think you will fit right in. Thank you so much for watching. I do appreciate you. And until the next video, you know what to do. Go get crafting. Bye-bye.